Casual Yelling, a casual conversation podcast with a percentage of less yelling, but now with a percentage of more yelling. I'm Matt Elfring. Hey, friends. I want to talk about something very important to me, and it's pizza. Why not? I like pizza. You probably like pizza. If you don't like pizza, I probably don't like you. I might like you. Who knows? I want to talk about a polarizing conversation that's been online for years, and that's whether or not pineapple belongs on pizza and why you should shut up about it. So, like, there's numerous food-related debates online, and I think, like, the two most notable is the hot dog a sandwich, and should pineapple be let on pizza? So let's talk about the latter. I don't care about hot dog being a sandwich. I have no strong opinion about that. I also just am not a big hot dog person. So first and foremost, people that have this debate online, do me the biggest favor and shut up. You heard correctly. Shut up. Keep listening. But this mainly applies to people yelling that pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. That's what you think. You personally. That's what you yell about. Guess what? This is I'm going to let you know on a secret, like ASMR style. You don't have to have pineapple on pizza. You don't have to have pineapple on pizza. It's a choice. Like, no one is holding a gun to your head and saying, get your shitty Pizza Hut pizza and demand to have pineapple on it, or you die. There is a 99% chance in the world that no one will ever be in that situation. I can't say 100% because there's a weirdo probably going to do it. It's a possibility. So I've never read a good reason why pineapple shouldn't be on pizza. I've just seen people yelling about it. It's just back and forth like, it should be on pizza. No, it shouldn't. Yes, it should. No, most arguments on social media are just that. No one's fact checking or like presenting arguments about why. So I can take a moment and discuss why some people would think pineapple does not belong on pizza. First point, pineapple is gross. This is an argument I have seen in general about food. I've heard people say they don't like pineapple. Like, I don't understand that because I do love pineapple. I think it's delicious. But some people like it, some don't. That's fine. You need to realize that your opinion of something, someone's going to have the opposite opinion. And that one of those opinions could be damaging to somebody else. And that's when, like, we get into real conversations. Not liking pineapple or liking pineapple is not a damaging conversation. Unless we're talking about not eating pineapple ever and people lose jobs because no one eats pineapple and they have to do something. This is a reach. The second one is fruit doesn't belong on pizza. That's a point I have heard. So you're the problem with social media, you in general, and log off. And here's the thing. I'm gonna let you know this right now. I'm not gonna ASMR, but I'm gonna let you know. Tomato's a fruit. Tomato is a fruit. It has seeds inside, and as we classify things we eat, if it's from a tree usually, and it's got seeds inside, it's a fruit. Cucumber is a fruit. Carrot is not a fruit. It is a root plant. It is a vegetable. Those three reasons are the only ones I could think that why people wouldn't want pineapple on pizza. But why do I enjoy pineapple on pizza? It goes back to the four pillars of cooking: salt, acid, fat, and heat. Let's try it again. Salt, fat, acid, and heat. Pineapple adds acid to the mix of pizza. And with the addition of like ham/Canadian bacon or just bacon, it creates a really good balance for pizza, adding salt and fat. Yeah, there's already acidity from the sauce and salt and fat from the cheese. But it's fine to keep these things balanced. You can add additional elements and keep things balanced. Simplicity is best, but it's fine. I tend to make mine with my pizza sauce. That's what we're talking about now. My pizza sauce is a tiny bit, has a kick to it. It's got a little bit of heat. So that pizza can always use a little more of those three other pillars. I'm not saying every pizza needs pineapple on it. That's a ridiculous idea. Oh, here comes the mailman. He talks on his phone so loudly. I guess he's gone. So if your sauce base is already sweet, adding pineapple would be overkill on that end. The sauce I make, again, is not very sweet. But there are a couple pizza joints in my area where their sauce is sweet. And sometimes I want a little sweetness in my toppings, not so much in my sauce. So we'll just give a quick backstory. Pineapple on pizza got its popularity through the form of Hawaiian pizza, featuring the mentioned fruit of this whole piece, along with ham or bacon. But it came from a pizza shop in Toronto, Ontario in the 1960s. Toronto. I said Toronto. It's Toronto. This is like common knowledge, right? I don't have to like cite anything or like give you a report. Common knowledge. It came from a place in Toronto. So the debate behind why pineapple on pizza is a debate is dumb. Like, it's an argument for the sake of argument. It's a reason for people to yell at each other online. There have been numerous opinion pieces like this right here that I'm doing from writers or podcasters or even chefs about whether or not pineapple should be on pizza. And I feel like everyone has their noses in the air looking down upon those that don't agree with them. I told people right away that if you don't like pineapple on pizza, you should shut up. That's my nose in the air. But it's more for the sake of arguing to argue is dumb in its sense. So I think it's bizarre you shouldn't be able to get something on pizza if you like it. I don't like that idea that you, a human being, looks at someone else and says, you shouldn't get that topping on your pizza. Are you going to eat that pizza? A person that's angry? Probably not. So we'll let the person who has a taste for whatever they want have that item on their thing, and don't be weird about it. Do you want to order your pizza with anchovies? I've done it. I like it as long as there's like another topping on it. You should continue doing it if you like it, regardless of what other people think. Again, as long as it doesn't hurt other people. I want to really stress that a lot. Do you want a giant stem of broccoli in the middle of your pizza? Order it. Go ahead. Let's do an extreme version of this that I do not like, but I'm going to say it. Do you want someone to pee all over your pizza before you eat it? I think that's gross. But if it makes your pizza eating experience better, I guess do that. I'm not going to... I don't like that. I don't like that I said that out loud. But I'm making a point. I'm not trying to judge that, but I totally judged that. The difference is that I normally wouldn't harass the person in question. Like, if you're a pea pizza person, like, I'm sorry you're included in this piece, and forgive me. If you haven't realized yet, like, a lot of my writing, a lot of my podcasting, a lot of what I do in video is full of self-aware irony. You know, I've complained about Mariah Carey promoting Christmas too early, while in myself promoting Christmas. And I'm going to continue to do this because I'm well aware within my realm of podcasting, within my realm of writing, I know there is a level of irony. I mean, that's kind of my brand, right? I'm pointing out an issue within society and in myself and promoting that same issue. It doesn't happen so much in my interviews. My interviews are pretty straightforward, aside from the fact I talk about myself. Again, irony. I do these interviews to talk to somebody, but I end up talking about myself a lot. I'm self-aware of that. That's kind of the joke, right? It's not a very hilarious joke. This is within this thing I'm recorded right now. The only real joke is pea pizza. It's a bad joke. But if I say it one more time, it becomes funny again, I think. Where are we at? 5 times? 6 times. Rule of threes. I think pineapple on pizza is fine. And if you're a person complaining about it, you should stop complaining about it. I mean, it's an argument not worth having. No one's going to change their mind through stats and data. There's no stats and data for pineapple on pizza. Who are we kidding? There's no stats and data for pea pizza. Okay, there we did. We did in threes. So gross. I'm judging now. If you want to argue for the sake of argument, I guess continue. I think it's dumb. But why are we arguing? Why do we sit here and scream at each other online? You know what's really, really easy to do? I've been doing this on Blue Sky since I've been there. I do this thing called block. Anytime I see anybody that's trollistic, that's a word, right? Trollistic, abusive, toxic online, even if I've never talked to them in the first place, I block. That's it. They're not allowed to comment on my things. If they've commented on something before, I hide it for everybody. Then I block them. You should let the angry people that just want to scream at other people live in their own bubble of seclusion. If they go up to anybody that says pineapple on pizza is bad and they just scream at them, hide that comment from everybody in your feed. Block them. Let them live in a sad bubble where they scream into the ether. You should be surrounded by people on social media you enjoy talking to. And of course, you're going to have disagreements within your own beliefs and opinions. That's going to happen. It's all about how you talk to each other, right? Like, if your first inclination is to scream at people online, my phone keeps going off and I just don't feel like cutting it. Like I say, if your first inclination is to yell at somebody instead of having an actual discussion about the topic in question, you shouldn't be on the internet. You don't have the social skills required to have any sort of discussion with anybody else, to have any sort of debate with anybody else. Arguing is like the lowest form, second lowest form of socializing. There's no point to arguing. No one comes out a winner in arguing. You just get losers. That's it. And that's why pineapple belongs on pizza. I swear I'll get interviews lined back up. Like, it's not hard. I just I don't want to do it right now. I like the writing I've been doing. I've really been enjoying spinning off that writing into these kind of mini episodes. That's been fun. I like writing silly things. I like reading them to you, even though you can read them at imadolfreak.substack.com. But sometimes you don't want to read. Sometimes you rather listen to the person who wrote it talk about it, even if they're adding a little side commentary like this. So pineapple belongs on pizza because people want it. Just because you don't want pineapple on pizza doesn't mean it doesn't belong on pizza. Whatever you want to put on pizza, go ahead. Just don't try to feed that pizza to someone that doesn't want that item on their pizza. For the longest time, I didn't like onions on pizza. And I didn't like whole pieces of tomatoes. Yes, I know tomato sauce is made from tomatoes, but bear with me. I didn't like onions. I didn't like a lot of stuff on my pizza. I still really don't. But no one forced that pizza down my throat because they understood I didn't like those things. And they didn't say you have to eat it or you'll die. Again, that scenario is not real. But the scenario of like someone wanted onions on pizza and then they tried to feed it to me didn't happen. They understood the things I liked. They understood the things I didn't like. And they accepted those things. That's what life is. That's how you get along with people. You realize this person doesn't like certain things. This person likes certain things. And I will respect those ideas unless they harm other people. If your ideas or opinions can do harm to other people, don't respect that opinion. Let them know they're wrong. Don't argue. Tell them and debate. Argument, again, it's the lowest form, but like sometimes that's where you got to go. It's the lowest form of socializing, but sometimes with certain thoughts and ideas, that's where you have to go, especially with the amount of racism, sexism, transphobia, homophobia, and hatred of marginalized communities that we have going on right now. Tell those people to screw off. But this is about pineapple on pizza. Look what's happened. We've broken into a whole thing about how we should like punch Nazis. Pineapple on pizza. What is going on? Get what you want on your pizza, not human flesh. You're breaking a law to do that. This is who I am. I'm a person that stands up for pizza and pineapple on pizza, while also saying, if you're a human who screams at other people as a first response to pineapple on pizza, you're the worst. But also, if you're a person who just screams about racist, homophobic, transphobic, marginalized communities and how they're all bad, you're also the problem. You're the bigger part of the problem. So say what you will. Get your pineapple on pizza or don't get your pineapple on pizza. I personally don't care, but I will respect the fact that you do or don't want it. And that's my weird rant on pineapple on pizza. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, I don't know, rate on Apple Podcasts. Who cares? I'm mattelfring.substack.com. Matt with 1T. Patreon.com/I'm Matt Elfring. Anywhere that there's a social media platform, it's I'm Matt Elfring. Except social media, it's Instagram, Blue Sky, and I'm kind of on Threads. That's it. Mainly on Blue Sky. So that's it for this week. Thank you very much for listening to a weird rant that went on a weird sad tangent on the side, but an important one nonetheless. We'll see you, I'm going to say next week, but it's not going to be. It's going to be whenever I feel like recording this show. Bye.